Hello everybody and welcome to episode 9 of Minecraft. So yeah, on the last one we kind of came up with a design. I kind of was starting to look at designs for the skeleton farm. What I kind of decided in the meantime is that I'm just going to build one so that it works. You can use the XP portion of it and that's it. You know, I think that's a good idea for now. Obviously, you know, I don't know. I don't think we're advanced enough to do the stuff I want to do with it, so we're just going to let that, we're just going to build a project up that, you know, makes it so we can easily, you know, just get it so that it's, you know, operational as an XP farm, and if we decide to do more in the future we can, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's like, it's not going to help us at all if we make it more complex than it needs to be. So for right now, we're going to do that. We're just going to make it the XP farm, which is pretty simple and also allows, yeah. But anyway, so let's have some lag here. That's kind of a staple in this series at this point. But this time what we're going to do is we are going to cook up some cobblestone here, which means we're going to have to make a new room. It's time for a new room, guys. Because we are going to increase our furnace production, because I'm tired of sitting here with only 4 of them and needing like 500 things to smelt. And, you know, for me to actually, like, say, okay, well, I need this, would actually take planning, which, as you can tell, this series does not have a lot of it. No. It's called, basically, I just sit down and play. That's basically what I've turned this series into, and that's what I've always liked in Minecraft. But so what we'll do is we'll just put, oh, we're getting lag. I don't know why, though. Let's open. What do we got going on? Spotify. Give that a closed job. Close window. We got Steam login. Okay, good. We're still recording. Just wanted to make sure that. Yeah, Spotify is not responding because it's not wanting to behave. Okay, there we go. Adobe Flash is open. I don't know. Or Adobe Flash is not open. Adobe PDF Reader is open. Let's get rid of that. It's on the other screen though, so I can't see it. Yeah, I have a dual monitor setup. One's a TV, but Steam was open. Okay, that should help with things a lot here with the lag. I'm already seeing an increase in frame rate. Uh-oh. There we go. It was because I was being stupid. Okay. Well, not the frame rate issue, but the... Okay, so let's go ahead here and let's dig out a room here for ourselves. That way we can easily get some furnaces going. Eventually we're going to have the nice house, so we'll be able to do this a different way. Aren't we all excited for our house? And we can sing that great song that everybody seems to like about welcoming to our house. So there'll be no champagne or pants hitting the floor. The only hitting the floor is going to be me when I fall off the stairs or something stupid. Okay. Yeah, that might happen, but, you know, hey. Alright, let's keep going. So, yeah, get this going. So, not much has changed since last episode. I mean, it's been a few days for me. Heck, it might have almost been a week by now. No, it was Monday I last recorded. Okay, so it has been about Saturday now. It's the 21st of April. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm making it so that I can, you know, I'm not tied down to making a video a day, but that's my goal. But, you know, again, like I said, it's one of those things where, like, I didn't say, well, if I have the time, I have the time. If not, you know what, that's fine. And I have the time right now to record and pump out videos, so that's what we're doing. We can easily do so. And if there's like a week where I end up getting busy or something, you know, with finals and stuff, which I find to be, as long as you've studied and everything, as long as you've studied throughout the year, finals week to be one of the easiest weeks of the year, as long as you get everything done you need to, because nobody assigns homework and all you have to do is study. And it's, in my opinion, it's a lot easier to study than to actually, you know, do a bunch of homework and stuff, because studying is just basically, okay, what did I do this semester? Okay, this is what we did. It's almost like I don't know. I think a lot of people that haven't done any work during the semester just freak out about it, and that's the reason it is kind of people fear finals week. But for me, it's usually a nice week where I can say, okay, this is what I need to get done. And then it's like, well, I don't have anything else on my plate, so it's just study. And it's okay to study because it's one of those things you can study whenever you want. You don't have to worry about, due dates or how. The thing is, you can study, the thing about studying, in my opinion, that makes it so much easier also is because, there's no way you have to do it. And I think sometimes, like with homework and stuff, teachers are like, oh, you have to do it this way. Studying, you can do whatever you want, whatever way works best for you. So it's not, and it's one of those things that you're not graded on. I mean, obviously you're graded on how you do on your final, but the fact is, it's one of those things where you can take as much time as you need to get good at it, or get, to focus on what you're doing. You don't have to sit there and say, oh, well, I have to get it done by this date, otherwise, I don't have to get it done by, 2 o'clock. I don't have to submit anything by midnight, although, it's an easy, okay, well, the final's Friday, let's do this, I don't know, just less stress for me. I don't know, maybe that's not the case for everyone. For me, it's just a week where you can, relax and say, okay, this is what I need to do, just look over it. And the thing is, for me, I retain stuff pretty well, so I just have to kind of go through and look at stuff. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's just the thing. I retain information quite well. So, for me, it's just looking over old stuff, going back through, okay, what did we do? It's almost like, okay, you look at and I'm in a community college still. Hopefully that'll change soon, but no. It will, but no. But I'm not dissing it or anything. I enjoy my education the way I've done it. I think it was good for me to go to where I think it was a good decision that I made to go there to start it and then go to Purdue hopefully to end it. So yeah, I'll roll that. I'm going to Purdue hopefully. That's my plan anyway. We'll see. And I'm at Ivy Tech now, which is a little community college here. But I like it because it's made it so that I can transition from, high school, which, it's different. College is different than high school. But at the same point, Ivy Tech introduces those aspects that are different. But it's not debilitating, and you can learn how to adjust to it. It's like an advanced high school, which is nice. So you can, okay, this is how... And at the same time, get closer to earning my degree. Like, I'll spend 2 years. Well, the plan was 2 years, but it ends up being 3 because of some scheduling conflicts. But yeah, I'm okay with that. It's okay. Ivy Tech's not that. It's not that hard of a change in my plans. I'll put it that way. And this summer I'll try to get instead of working at McDonald's, I'll try to get another better job that has something to do with my field. Which my degree is mechanical engineering technology. I think I may have said that before, but it's a field that I really like. For those of you who don't know, basically it's the person that almost bridges the gap between your engineer and your skilled workers. Basically, I'll know most of the stuff the engineer does. I'll know. Oh, we're having a lag of spike. I'll know theoretical math and stuff like that. That's not my forte. I just have to be able to understand it, which I can easily. Which is why I decided to go into it, because I wanted to do something with that, but at the same time, theoretical math just is kind of interesting. And, I mean, I can understand it, but I have problems actually doing it, if that makes sense. Like, I can look at a piece of paper, and you can show me what you did to find how much, how much the bridge can hold. Or I shouldn't say that, and I can do those calculations, but basically, you can hand me a theoretical thing, I can look at it and say, okay, you did this, this, and this to get your answer, and then I can do it, given the formulas and everything. It's just coming up with the math that's kind of an interesting thing for me, and that's... Uh-oh. Those furnaces always, every time, get me. I keep thinking they're... Anyway, anyway, yeah, so... I forgot all about that, the snapshot thing. We could play in the snapshots. I might start a series 2 where we play in alpha, which could be interesting. I've thought about that, but I don't know if I really want to do that, because what's the point? I mean, if we go back to alpha, what happens? A lot of the stuff we don't have anymore, and it's one of those things where it's fun to play the game, it's nostalgic, but at the same point, I don't know. I would definitely want to go back and play in 1.2.5. Maybe we can make a series about that, because that was probably the update that I played the most. Things were different back then. I remember the most about that update. That's before like your enchantment level is 50, the max one, stuff like that. But we might have a series where we go back. The other thing I want to do badly is an adventure map where I don't cheat. Obviously, you know, in the past, I was trying to make good content, and eventually I kind of realized during my, you know, lull in content, that, you know what, who cares? If I fail the map, I fail the map. I mean, what's the worst thing that happens? I mean, if I have to restart it, I have to restart it. I'm playing it on YouTube for fun. I mean, if you guys truly enjoy it, you'll enjoy it whether I'm stinking it up or not. But I think my problem was I didn't want to have to do the same part for 5 episodes. Which, I guess now that I better know how to work with editing software, I could cut that out. But even then, it's like, you know, I might do some research. But yeah, definitely we will be doing a Vex map at some point just to watch this. You guys can watch that carnage. I'm probably going to try to find one that doesn't, that's not as rage-inducing, even though they're all rage-inducing because it's Vex maps. Maybe I can try Ruins of the Minecrafters again, and we can do that in a better way. Maybe we can try that map again. I think the last time it was just too hard because of the fact that I was playing on a laptop and I wasn't exactly focused 100%, which is okay, you know. Okay, so anyway, we got some wheat. I forgot my, whatever the heck you call that thing that you do things with. That was really bad. I just realized that because of what I'm about to grab. Yeah. We're just gonna move along. I'm gonna be like a storm. We're gonna be like we'll be one Kenobi until you tell us to move along now. Alright, well, that was the stormtroopers that said it, but Obi-Wan obviously told them to say it. I don't know. Anyway, let's get some dirt. Let's go. I need a new axe too. Let's go ahead and get one of those. I don't know. I think I've refined this series to the point now where it's going good for me anyway. I don't know. And obviously, this will get very, very views, but that's okay. You know, I'm doing it for my fun anyway. This is just a hobby for me. So if it takes off, it takes off. If not, oh well. I'll sit here and do it till the day I die, as long as I have the materials, which has been the problem. Materials and time. But I think what it came down to was I was too worried about... I need to make sure that I'm doing the things I need to do to make sure this is sustainable. Which means, you know, not worry about it, you know, do mass recording sessions. And also, take time off from doing it. Because although it's a good hobby, it's one of those things where at times you hit a creative lull and you just have to quit. And stop and look and say, okay, what do I need to do? And you need to actually, because if not, you stress it too much, then you get burned out, and then you don't want to do it at all. But if you take that, you know, week off and say, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Say I'm out of ideas. Okay, and instead of forcing it, you just say, okay, well, I'm gonna just take a little bit off. Like, that's why what I do is I mass record these Minecraft videos. I'll make 2 or 3, and the way I do it is it's Minecraft videos are uploaded Sunday. I'm trying to keep to a schedule of Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So I record them 1 week and then take a week off, and during that week, you know, during times where I'm not doing anything, I'll think, what do I want to do with this series? Like, the other day, like in the shower, I was thinking, okay, what do we want to do about that skeleton farm? Because I'm not anywhere close to ready to actually make that the way I want it. Okay, because what I want is something that's going to take us a long time to build. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with taking a long time. It's just I don't want to spend all that time and then it be a piece of crap. So, what I decided to do is just make it into the XP farm. And then, obviously this episode we're staying away from that because what I said last time is we're not going to sit there and do one project. We're not going to sit here and have the channel where it's like, oh, we're going to work on one project forever and then not do anything else. I like diversifying my portfolio, so to say. By the way, that's ready to go. I mean, this is kind of unnecessary at this point. Cows, and maybe, you know, and maybe one of the days we're going to have to go find the cows, and there's another day where we go do some other stuff. You know, this needs to be finished. Oh, as I fall down. You know, this needs to be finished. We need to tear down that side and finish it. There's a lot of stuff we can do here. We have to do here. So, yeah. So we got plenty of stuff to do. There's a savanna biome in there. My biome's the savanna. Oh gosh, that was terrible. That was just terrible. I mean, Charles Barkley would be saying that was terrible. I did watch that Pacers game last night. That was fun. I don't know. It's one of those things where, I don't know. I guess not to get on it. We can talk about sports or something I'm going to talk about on this channel, especially in this series, because again, this is kind of like my vlog. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna. I don't have one, but this is kind of works as one because of the, because the dynamics of what we do here. It's a Minecraft series where half the time is spent messing around, doing stuff in our world. Most of the experience if you're watching is for, and it sounds weird, it sounds egotistical, but it's to listen to me. I mean, there's how many YouTube videos of Minecraft around. If you want to see the game, there's better examples. Plus, they actually probably know one or two things about the newest updates that I don't. I don't know crap about these updates, honestly. So, I mean, I learn with you guys when something happens. Like, I know that there's such thing as, like, I think it's like, I forget what they're called. The zombies things that shoot, what are those things? The drowning zombies. I've heard of that. That's in the snapshots, so I think. They're not in the actual game itself. Yet. So, I'll look, I actually am going to play around with those. Once we actually get in the snapshot, but I don't know. Still, I'm kind of just want this to. That's really looking really nice. So, what we might do here is I might cut. We could do some branch mining, and then we can bring back episode 10, Skeleton Farm, and then in episode 11 we'll work on that. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. That content machine going. Hopefully, after episode 10, the Skeleton Farm is in a real good shape. It should almost be done. That's good. So at night, what are we gonna do tonight? I wish I had enough string so we could actually sleep through the night. We need to do that soon. We need to find an abandoned mine shaft. Anyway, mechanics. What do I want to do here? We could go branch mining. That would be interesting, but I don't really know what to do. Yeah, I think that's the best option here. Just 10 minutes of branch mining or so, and then we'll come back up in the episode. Or I could just cut the video, and then, man, I don't have much time. That's the thing, I'm on a budget today on time, so that's what I've decided, that if I'm on a budget for time, I'm just going to record the game the way I want to, and then put it out. Other thing, I have, although it's kind of weird, although I am a Minecraft YouTuber, I play Minecraft on YouTube, I do have a life, surprisingly, in which I do things. Not very exciting things. Like I go and I'm going to visit my mother today. I go over there every once in a while. I mean, I'm not one of those people that, I live with my grandparents, but but I go and visit my mom. I don't really talk to my dad for reasons we'll get into some other day, probably. I feel as if that's not necessarily something that needs to all be discussed here. That's not the platform. But yeah, so, I mean, and me and my mom, we get along as long as, it's one of those things where me and my mom get along as long as we, I mean, I love her, don't get me wrong on that regard, but it's one of those things where I like to, talk to her and then, say, oh, I don't even know, it's weird. I see her every few weeks, or I go over there every once in a while, hang out with my brothers. They're a lot younger than I am, like they're in 6th and 7th grade. I think that's what their ages are, but yeah. I don't know, I think with my mom, it's one of those things where we get along better when we're not, not constantly, around, it's one of those things where I think we stress each other out because of our anxiety issues, and it's one of those things where we stress each other out and it just doesn't go well. So as long as we, I go over there every once in a while, hang out, and, it works. But full-time, I don't think, if I live there full-time, I think things would get bad because of that reason. It has nothing to do with that, it just comes down to I have anxiety problems, and she does too, and it's like one of those things where it's like that does not, those two don't mix at all, because one gets the other going, and then, you know, you start to worry about stupid stuff, and then, you know, and then it breaks eventually, and then, you know, and then you don't bring an iron pickaxe down with you when you're branch mining, because you're the worst, you're the greatest ever. See how I did that one? But yeah, but that's neither here nor there. That doesn't, you know. I think we all have somebody in our lives that happens with, where it's like you can get along with them really well for, you know, like 2 or 3 days in a row, but then eventually you have to, you know, it's like eventually it starts to become a thing where you're like and that's nothing wrong with that. That just, you know, that happens. Oh, let's get some more torches. I have wood. I forgot I got wood. Carry wood. No. Bonus points. Bonus points if you know who carry wood is. Now, you know what we also can do here is we can make some more chests, which is nice, because then I can make both these double chests. We can delay the inevitable attack into the other room there. I think these can both be double chests, yeah, because there's a block there. I could put a trap chest somewhere, but that is not worth it. How do you make a trap chest? Is it like tripwire and a tripwire hook kind of thing, Bob? I don't know. We'll figure that out sometime. I think the crafting instructions thing is nice. It just makes it so you don't have to put a wiki every time. But again, I've told you guys I have mixed feelings about that. It's like, now you have all the crafting recipes. It's like, you know how much time I spent making stuff on the Minecraft wiki when I was, you know, back before, you know, back in the old days playing this game. It just feels weird. Let's take some of this charcoal. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird feeling, that's for sure. 'Cause it's like you spent all this time working on it, and then, you know. And now it's like, oh, there's this thing called, there's this little book here that tells you how to craft everything. And actually do it for you. I don't know, though. That was in mods and stuff, too, which I never really played mods, so... I mean, I played some mods every once in a while, but I don't know. I just never found one that I liked, you know, that would stick to the game enough where it would still be I don't know. I just like vanilla Minecraft. And I've always liked vanilla Minecraft more than, you know, modding and stuff like that. And it just comes down to that. I just like the way the game is made. I don't need, you know, 500 different texture packs are nice. Again, I'm thinking about putting an Optifine just because it'll increase the FPS and stuff like that, which means we can probably get the Faithful texture pack, which I enjoy. Faithful's a nice texture pack, as it basically is Minecraft textures, just as 32-bit. So we'll probably go with that. That's gonna probably be our extent of stuff. If they still make Faithful, I'll have to see. Maybe they don't even make Faithful anymore. It could be possible. I don't know, though. I think they made it so now that you can actually get texture packs and stuff that if they don't have it, it just bypasses it, which is nice. Because back in the day, it would just show up as junk or whatever. Like, it would show up as a block. It wouldn't recognize it very well. It would turn into error, just this pink black thing that would just be sitting there. And nowadays, I think it just says, oh, texture and texture pack not found. Go to Minecraft texture pack default and throw it in there. Which makes sense, because if you want, then you can customize some items, but not others, without having to sit there and say, oh, we need to have to just put that in there. I don't know how hard it is to make texture packs, so I wouldn't know, but I assume that's a thing that happens where it's like, I want to customize my sword to be a different color. Well, then I'm going to have to go through and completely change I'm going to have to put every single other texture in there, you know, even if I didn't alter it in any way. At least that's what yeah, so... The other thing is that now I'm pretty sure if you have an outdated one, it doesn't matter as much. Oh boy, what's this? Oh yeah, that's right. So, what was that? Huh, oh, keep going. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. More redstone for all those projects we're working on. You know, because we're redstone masters here at the Tyler channel. Again, though, I will be getting more into redstone, but at the time being, I'm just fine with simple redstone contraptions that harvest my sugarcane. We might build something that does the wheat farm. I made a wheat farm one time, and it was the worst thing I ever made. I mean, it worked, but it was so inefficient. The design was so stupid. I don't know what I was thinking when I designed it. It was one that you had to go through and replant everything. And the problem was that was okay, but the problem was it was just... Nowadays, it's a lot. Nowadays, you could do... Ooh. Nowadays, I think I just thought of something. Are there machines that use tools in this game yet? Is that a thing? Because if so, I just thought of the perfect wheat farm. I'll have to look into that. Because I don't think dispensers use tools. I think they just throw the tool. That would be so cool if not. Because then what you could do is, what I'm thinking, would be something that plows till if you put, if you'd put the block that would use it, you'd put a hoe in there, and then the hoe would get used for that, and then it would till the land, and then you just have to press the button and plant the wheat, and then what would happen was when it fully grown, you just hit a button and the water would come down the center, you know, where the wheat grows, and just take out the wheat, bring it to you, and then, you know, that way. Maybe I'll look that up in Creative sometime, and we can build that. That'd be fun. Wouldn't it, kids? That'd be a good farm. And you could make it zigzag, and you'd have to put in water sources, or whatever. But, I mean, it would be a big thing, but it'd be fun. Heck, you could just have it as a single tower or something. Uh-oh, we got some materials. Here we go, we got more redstone, which is good. Keeping that redstone going, oh yeah. Etho's gonna have nothing on us. Yeah, the day I become better at redstone than Etho, yeah, it's a day. It's been a while since I've really watched Etho, and that needs to change. He was a good YouTuber, really good YouTuber. He still is. He makes videos still. In fact, I watched one the other day, and he's still the same guy, which is nice. I don't know, I kind of got burnt out of that, too, because it's one of those things where I used to watch it, I watch it all the time, and then, you know, eventually I got burned out. So, yeah. I think with anything, you know, you do it too much, and of course it gets burnt out, it starts to lose its value, the law of diminishing returns starts to play into a factor in it. You're like, okay, wait a minute, what am I, you know, is this actually something I don't know, it's weird. I mean, I still watch them, and I enjoy them when I do watch them. I don't know, the funny thing is also when you go back and watch stuff, like, recently I went back and watched, I think it's Blame Society's Chad Vader cartoon. Or not, it's not a cartoon, but it's like a series where he's a store manager or whatever. And I had forgot, I watched that a long time ago. I watched it, like maybe 2012 I watched it, and it was really cool and I enjoyed it. And then, you know, I kind of didn't watch it again for another 2 or 3 years, watched it again, you know, and then I just watched it recently again, and it was like I forgot about stuff that had happened, and when I watched it, I'm like, yeah, that's right, I try to avoid season 4, I mean, it's a good series, I think it was funny, I mean, it was really well done, I think, compared, like, especially for the YouTube days it was in. It wasn't in the days where YouTube, it was, you know, 2009, I think, is when it first started. So it was pretty well made, in my opinion, for, you know, I think the budget they had to work on it, so it was pretty cool. I mean, it was a good early YouTube series, I'll put it that way, and I still consider it early, because, you know, 2009 YouTube is not what it was today, that's for sure, even then. So... I don't even know how many views those videos have on. Probably a decent amount. I don't know. I think they got mostly hit by it with. I think they mostly got by with donations and stuff, but they still do. I mean, those guys that made it still have YouTube stuff. They don't look any different 8 years later, which is weird, but okay. That was kind of funny because I see their videos and stuff, and it's like those guys don't look any different 8 years later. It's like they look exactly the same. Because they actually, you know, they still do other things. They have a series called Beer and Board Games and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I think it's getting time to end the episode. I really do. It's sad, but true. Nope. Oh boy, don't mess that up. Okay, here we go. We gotta hit warp speed. How much iron did we get? 10 iron. That's not a bad haul. Probably getting daytime. Yep, it is daytime. So anyway, guys, this has been episode, what is it, 9 now of Minecraft. And we will see you in the next one.